So it's like they call out people all the time, and like battle is like such a big part of like I think the culture, in the, especially in the West Coast, because the East Coast I realized maybe I wasn't there long enough, but I felt it was more of like a party culture, you know, just vibing out. Sometimes you get battled as well, but in the West Coast, like they really go in, you know. So I was thinking like, how big is like battles a part of the culture of popping? Because that some of us, like even for when I first started, right, contests were the end game, you know. Like I train every day, I practice every day just to hopefully one day win like just debut or something. So to me, like most of us, we started out like that, like contest was the end game. But after going through all these years and stuff, I started to realize that oh, there's a beauty in like cyphers, like in battles and stuff. So how important is like battles per se, like to the culture?
I think they were important in the beginning. I think the reason that they were so big is when you look at the community that they were birthed in, where it's like it was very cutthroat. People were always trying to get an edge over somebody else. People are hustling to make money, doing anything they could, selling drugs, pimping, whatever it is. So they're just very competitive in general, and that's why I think there was a lot of battling in that scene. Now, there's a lot of good and bad with call-out battles, right? Like it can get very aggressive, and it can be a lot of negative energy. They would break out in fights, you know, things would happen. But then again, like David's saying, you can also be pushed to the next level because of it. It can challenge you, which I think being challenged in life is an important thing, just in general, in anything you do. So I think that understanding at least why it's big in the culture is the only thing you really need, because from there you can decide if that's really what you want. For me, actually, I'm not really a big battler. Like I know how to do it. I kind of put on my face when I need to. I've been in a few that are like more legit, like okay, I'm gonna really go at this guy because for whatever reason. But I'm really not a big battler. That's just because of my personality. I get along with everybody for the most part. So it doesn't have to be your thing, but at least understanding why it's there and maybe some benefits of it, and okay, maybe I'll participate because of that, you know, or maybe just battling is kind of a fun thing too, like just being in this character that's not normally yourself might be cool for you. Like, well, I'm gonna be this crazy dude for like 2 minutes, and then okay, normal. That might be cool for you. So I say look for the good and bad and what works for you. But going off what you said, why it's there on the West Coast, I think that's why, because of the community, the culture that it was spawned from.
So it's more like a culture, and then the battles are just like a product of the culture.
Right.
Okay.
They would battle not just in dance; they're battling every day, everything.
So with that being said, right, like putting in the context in Asia, like say in Asia we are not that confrontational, or not that what do you call that? Confrontational. What else can we express that's part of the culture? Like I mean, for me, I'm thinking ciphering and all that is the next step for Asians, like to avoid like too confrontational, but we can still get at each other in somehow, you know, in the ciphers. So like just wondering, because a lot of people here, we are just very focused on like training up for contests and stuff. So like any advice on how we can get a culture started where people are more open to ciphering or exchanging? I don't know. Like from outside.
I mean, just start doing it and see how it works for you. You know, like I said, it might not be the thing for everybody. It's not like everybody has to learn how to battle. Like you might be that guy that just likes to go and cipher battles or contests or wherever. That's totally fine. But maybe try it out. Why not try it out and see if it works for you? For me, it did challenge me. You know, like one of the first. It wasn't a battle, but there was one time where I was ciphering when I was just starting. I learned from Tommy Boy, and I was doing a lot of his moves because, of course, when he first started writing. Little did I know this guy Money B, that Tommy was in the cipher, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing? Those are his moves. Like, yeah, can you come out and do that and do some of your own stuff?" And I was trying to create my own stuff, but I didn't have a lot, so I was like, oh man. So then I was like, okay, I can't have that happen again. I can't be called out like that, like, because that's not how I want to be. I don't want to be Tommy, but I want to be myself. So that pushed me to create. And so that, if I hadn't put myself out there, it wouldn't have happened. So you can learn from it, but you have to try. And again, it might not work for you, but why not just go out there and do it?
Thanks, Bryce. So on this topic, I think, again, like I said earlier, the people that have been in those experiences and ciphered and been in call-out battles or been in situations that a lot of people here haven't been in, those are the people that have to be the example they want to see. If that's something you guys want to bring to the scene, the people with the experience have to be actively doing it and showing people that it's not as scary as it may seem, and it's not as negative all the time as it may seem. Because my experience with battling is that every time I've done a call-out battle, I've grown like this. I know that ciphers and battles make people grow. It works, and it works fast. People get good from ciphering and from battling, especially call-outs, because when you call someone out 10 rounds, you can't rely on what's comfortable anymore. You have to come outside of your box. You can't do what you do all the time. So these things work, and they make people grow really, really fast. For me, I'll give you an example of a West Coast battle at the barbecue when I battled Money B. The atmosphere there, when I went to the Bay at the barbecue, you couldn't get in the cipher without getting battled. The OGs were just, they were taking that space, and if you stepped in, that meant you wanted to battle. So like, in the beginning, like, Rashad and I, we battled Scorpio and we battled Sensei Bop just because we wanted to dance in the cipher. You had to do it, so we had to battle the OGs, and it went down. Then I went over to another cipher where Money B, Bryce, Baswan, and Rashad was over there, and Money B was dancing, he was doing tuts, and Rashad was like, yo, get in there after him and tut. Right when I stepped in, I didn't look at Money B, nothing. The battle was happening. Everybody was like, oh shit, here we go. It was going down, like whether I liked it or not, you know? And then like the whole time they were instigating, like Baswan was like, he's trying to earn his stripes, B. He's trying to earn his stripes. Hit him with those flying tuts. Hit him with those flying tuts, B. Come on. Like, don't let him run with it, B. Don't let him run with it. You know, and Rashad was like, it's not happening today, boss. It's not happening. Like, people were it was a situation that I didn't have control of, but I just took that moment in and kind of just seized it, and I just went with it. And honestly, from that battle, a lot of great things came out of that. I have a better relationship with Money B since then. We're closer now. People were like, oh wait, you can battle an OG. Like, people didn't even, a lot of people wrote me and were like, I didn't even know like you could do that. You know, and I didn't make the choice to do that. That choice chose me, and it happened that way, and it worked out that way. So I was like, yeah, I guess you can, because it just happened to me. You know? At the same time, people started giving me a lot of respect. And I'm someone that does more call-out battles than contests right now. That's more my thing. I prefer ciphers. In DC, we have a big club culture. We cipher all the time. We club all the time. We battle all the time. And for me, that was something that gave me a bit more exposure, actually. A lot of people were like, yo, you did your thing, you know, and they recognized me. And it was a way to put myself sort of like, battling is a platform, contests are a platform for people to be seen. Well, call-out battles can be the same thing. Like, there's so many avenues other than just contests. But I would say from my experiences, ciphering and call-out battles have just, I mean, you get better so quick. It works. It works, for sure.
Thank you for your insight. Alright, now actually, like, I wish this could go on the whole day, but like, we need to get the battle started soon. So, yeah, so don't forget what they said, and so later when there's cipher and stuff, please get in, okay? But don't be scared. Yeah, you can call any of us out, as long as you're not doing our work, you know? Yeah, don't call the DJ out, okay, when he's playing. He might get in. Ask Ting Chen to take over, then you go in. Yeah, but anyway, like there's a lot of things to take in, and you know, I'm pretty sure like you guys have learned quite a lot from just listening. I mean, for me, listening to them tell their stories, and many more people in the States and stuff like open up understanding of the dance, and I feel that knowledge is important, not knowing, but knowledge, how to use that, what you know what I mean? So please think about it and think of how you're going to apply it to this culture, and let's grow something together. Okay? So before we end, I want to ask if you guys have any last words to say to the scene, or you know, even like our local guys. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I just have small parts, 2 cents. Look beyond the square, which is the screen. Look beyond your computer screen. You know what I mean? Because what you see in the YouTube video or whichever video it is that frame. What's happening outside that frame, there's a lot more. You have to go to the events to see it, you have to be there to experience it. You know what I mean? Like now what we are saying, right, you watch a video and you might fall asleep. But when you're here actually getting the vibe, hearing our response and learn the dynamics of it, you'll probably remember for a few weeks, months, or even your whole life. You know what I mean? That's one thing. The other thing, right, that like when we try to say like your identity, you have to prove I am everything. But also don't be afraid to make mistakes. Most of the great inventions in the world are made by mistakes. Right. So just keep trying and be determined. Don't give up. Thanks.
Okay. I'm so sorry, but like I have something very strongly to say about that. Like together, like same direction. Okay. Yeah. The thing about that is that, yeah, events and all this, right? Please go and see it live. You know, a lot of you guys now are treating it like secondhand. Like all you want to learn is the information. So like, let's say, maybe popping beat is coming down. Okay, just an example. So some people have said, yeah, you know, I'm not going to pay like $40 to see it. I'm just going to wait for the video and like, I'm going to learn the steps. You know, you can do it, right? But you're not respecting the exchange between the dancers. You know, like watching someone live and exchanging is so different from just watching the face value. I mean, I'm pretty sure like you can just video a class, any workshop that you go to, right? And watch it again and try to learn from the video. It's 100% different from being in the workshop and actually going through the experience. So don't cheat yourself and don't shortchange yourself. So for me, like I feel that information is very valuable, and if you can get it, go whatever it takes to get it. Because you know, opportunity always like comes and goes. So if you don't take it, you know, like for me, like I never had a chance to meet like Skitter Rabbit and stuff, but you see, like people go and there's nothing you can do about it once it's gone, you know. So opportunity is always the most important thing. So value that and respect each other and respect the dance more. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's just I'm just adding on. It's basically the same thing, but yes, like the experience. You know, I remember every time I would travel to either go get some information or go for an event. It's like it was the whole experience itself that gave me a lot of growth. It's like, let's say I would go to New York for a contest. Well, okay, cool, I did the contest, but within that, I cycled with other dancers. Within that, we went and grabbed a bite and we spoke about things. And even like out of dance, like, oh, where you from? I'm from here, and then knowing about their background, and they know about my background, but I also understand that that influences the artists that they are. You know what I mean? Being there, your sensors are being attacked, like you're seeing new things, hearing new things, feeling new things. It's the whole broad experience. I would surely say that it's something that is important. Like save up a bit of money and find an event that has that kind of vibe, and then just go, you know, and then there you'll be able to like experience something bigger than just like watching a footage. Most of my growth has come from there. Like, remember once I fight for a grant, went to San Fran to train with Type. And it's the whole experience. It wasn't the thing. It's inside joke, whatever. But it's not just it's not just the movement. It wasn't that. Like that for me, I felt it was like, I would say 30 to 35%. That's like a small number. It was the whole experience, going to the harbor, It's showing me some people there, meeting people from his crew, and then being there. That actually taught me and made me understand more about that dance that I was trying to like understand, trying to like put inside of my body. You know, the experience is super important.
Super important. I really agree with this. I think like if you watch just the YouTube videos, right, and you learn the movements and stuff, right, it's like whatever you just said. There's so much more to it. There is like the culture, you know, like we are street dancer. We don't just train and come to event, battle and go home. No, there's no exchange. There should be more of this kind of stuff. It's really important. Like another like technical aspect is that like if you see this guy do this move, you can copy and you can even make it better. But do you understand why he does this move? What inspired him to do this move? Could it be the floor grid, or like his girlfriend's house floor grid, or like, you know, the 5 elements of life, like I have some, yeah, the 5 elements of nature and stuff like that, you know, like, there's so much more to it. It's not just about the movement, yeah, and, you know, like, popping is fun, popping is street dance, popping is hip hop too, you know. You have to live the culture. You cannot just think about just winning the battles itself. You have to live with your teammates, you know, you have to exchange, healthy exchange, yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah, whatever you just said, I really agree. Yeah, and I want to say that I really agree.
Yeah, I really agree too. Yes, okay.
Like, can go in any order.
Yes, Kesan?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just want to say that, you know, it's not specifically about dancing itself, but you have to do hard work, certain amount of hard work to get to a certain extent. And also, you know, sometimes hard work is always, you know, gives you difficult times, but dance is, I think it's something that it's something you enjoy and you have fun. And you know, what shocked me when I went to Stix once is that, you know, I was like so focused on, you know, trying hard, and it was good, it was positive energy. But when I went to Stix and when I was ciphering, this guy that had like totally no skills, but he was like having so much fun. He was even having fun more than me. I was like, you're not even waving, right? He's like, he's on beat and he's having fun. So I was like, oh yeah, you know, skill is very important, but you know, dancing. This is what's dancing. You know, you enjoy and you express yourself, and in order to elevate that level, I think you have to do hard work and learn many things, and you know, I think that's how it works. So just please don't forget. Also, it's something that you enjoy and you have fun, and also in order to do that, you have to do some certain amount of hard work too. Yep, that's it.
Okay,
Okay, just quickly, just last thing. There were so many good topics talked about today, like really, really important things to take in. With all that, it might seem a little bit overwhelming. You know, it might feel like a lot of pressure. It might be like, wow, there's so much to think about. Like, how am I going to really do this thing? I just want to say a lesson that my mentor gave me was to just take one day at a time and be patient with my process. You know, don't beat yourselves up. This is dance, it's life, it's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to fall on your ass and get back up and shake it off and be okay. So be patient, you guys, and take your time, and yeah, keep learning, keep growing, all that stuff.
Okay, my message is a bit more targeted. Okay, to some people here and to those people who are watching on video.
Call them out.
Marcus the executioner. Okay, yeah, my message is a bit more targeted. It's targeted to this group of people who are called basically school dancers. Dancers people who try to dance or started learning from their school, from their school club. Right, I've got a message for you guys. Now, The dance world is amazing, it's huge. Even until now, I'm still learning new things and meeting new people every single day. So I perfectly understand that when people step into this world from a school, from a sheltered environment, from their families, it can be completely unnerving. And therefore the natural instinct is to block yourself off. You know, just do what you do in school. If the choreographer and instructor in school tells you to do a choreography, you just do that and then you go home. That's the natural instinct to protect yourself. But I'm telling you guys that the most important thing is to have an open mind. And remember that when you first step out here, it's painful. But like everyone has said here, every single person has said here, that is how you grow. Think of it as a vaccination. You jab yourself, it hurts. But what you gain from that? You're never going to fall sick again from that hurts, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah? So, to all you school dancers out there, dancing does not mean wearing baggy clothes, going to school, learning a routine, and doing it 1,000 times again and again and again when you hear the same song. Dancing is having fun. Dancing is recreating yourself. It's expressing yourself and sharing with the world what you got and meeting new people, making new experiences every day. Because dance is life. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's all I want to say.
My last thing is keep doing what we're doing right now. This communication, knowledge, transfer, education, to me that's one of the most important things in life, like period. I think communication, education solves all problems. So as you move on and do different things, you try different things, you have all this advice, keep checking in, keep communicating with people. You're always going to learn something new, and it's going to help you.
Well, I would just give.
The last one I'll do it. It's 3 words. It's rules that I used to, not rules, but more like deadlines I used to give to students back then, a couple of years ago. And it's love, respect, and humility. And I strongly believe that everything great is created out of love. You know, everything that is positive in this world has been created out of love. So put that within your art. Respect. Respect means respect everything that is around you for the simple fact that it exists. And also by giving respect to things that exist, also you're giving respect back to yourself. Yeah. So love, respect, and humility. Being humble, being able to say, you know what, like, yeah, I'm at a certain point, I can learn from this, I can learn from that. Humility is like the perfect tool for growth. That's how you learn. You know, I will learn from just back home. I have this guy, Abnormal, young guy in the scene. And 2 years ago, I'm just practicing. He was asking me a lot of questions, and I was the one like, hey, today I want you to teach me something. You're really good with glides. How do you do this, and that? Taking my position of like supposedly being this teacher. Well, yeah, I was the teacher, but being this figure and saying, hey, you just new in the scene. I want to learn something that you do that is better than me. You know, forget Monstapop. Forget that I'm just a leader within this community. We are all students. You know, I am a student. Future is a student. We are all students, and we can learn from somebody that's been in the game for 20 years the same way that I can learn from somebody that's been in the game only for a month. You know, those are 3 rules that I go by solidly in my path in art, and that's something I would like to give to you guys. Love, respect, and humility. Okay, well, so I think we're done with the conference for now. Yeah. So wait. Is there before I close the floor, right? Is there anything like you want to ask that you haven't asked just now? Because just got like 1 minute left. Yeah. Anything? Because if you didn't know, right, just now you could ask the question anytime you want. You don't need to wait until I ask you all for Q&A, then you ask. So anything anybody wants to know before we close the floor? Okay, last call and yeah.
Alright, so we talked about a lot about the past and the current state of the popping scene. So my question is, where do you see this dance going perhaps in the next 10 years? Or if it's too broad to answer on a global scale, like where do you see your scene, or where do you want to take your scene to in the upcoming years? That's my question.
Maybe we'll just like get someone to answer, just one person, and yeah.
I think it's a very important question. Yeah, like where do we see our scene in 10 years and future and stuff like that. I want to ask Yousuke-san, yeah, about
Okay, yeah.
yeah, this is actually a very sensitive topic.
Yes.
That actually, I think about 1 year ago, I actually opened up a thread in Facebook. It's actually about the feasibility of like the dancers in Singapore. I actually opened up a thread to ask all my OGs, and I added actually quite some young generation dancers and mid-second generation, yeah. How, like, I think Japan is one of the more feasible country, like, in teaching and be able to survive as a dance career. Yeah, I have my takes on like whether we should take dance as a career and a full-time job in Singapore. But today I think we are running out of time, so I would like you to share that, like how actually Japan managed to create so many job opportunity for dancers in Japan.
Well, that's a very hard question. Well, the thing is that probably dancers tried really, really hard, along with people who support the dancers also try very hard too. Because like only dancing is like, dancers are not basically, people who do business. They're dancers. So yeah, we were probably lucky enough to get some people involved that does business to support the dancers. So those kind of combinations, I think we were lucky to like create more opportunities. Not only with dancers, there'll probably be more difficulties, but like
I'm a really bad businessman.
yeah, oh yeah, okay, I know that you would. Like I mean, like in most cases, people who try to get on to dancing, who try to live off of dancing, will probably wouldn't have enough time and also to think like dance as in business wise. So I think it's really important to like have not a partner, but like a manager partner kind of person to be more involved into the dancing industry and help people out to create those kind of chances. And in order to do that, I think it's also important for dancers to approach people who do business and to like express how the goodness of dance also along with not only just dancing, not saying that they're not watching us, but also to express yourselves also to the right person that would understand and will probably pull dancing to another level, as in like in business wise, yes. So I think that was probably one of the points of Japan being able to change a little, yes. But we still have many issues, so it's not, dancers that are actually in Japan are probably not satisfied with the environment, but it's getting better, I think, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, sorry Nick, I think some of that answered a bit of like, where to go maybe in a commercial sense. Yeah, but we only have time for that one question. So if you guys got any more stuff you want to ask us in the panel, just approach them anytime throughout your stay here. Yeah, I think they'll be happy to talk about it. Okay, so one last round of applause for everybody. Yeah, okay, now let's get some music started. DJ Bolo. Oh, your picture. Yes. Then got the giant selfie with anybody got selfie stick. Okay, let's get a picture of you guys. Okay?